So Warras's family arrived at court donning T-shirts calling for justice, but refused to speak as the presiding magistrate found that the state has a strong case against Victor Majola, given that he had been positively identified at an ID parade, and furthermore, that there was a witness who saw Majola seated near the crime scene with the shooter and another man for 45 minutes, while that witness heard Majola telling the others, "There is that man." So this is before Warras was shot and killed. So the court also found that there had been an imminent threat against DJ Warras and found it strange that Majola's girlfriend had to share the deceased's car details to his phone, and this was, of course, before he had been killed. Magistrate Annalise Tlhapi found that should Majola be released on bail, he will disturb public peace. She said this incident occurred in the public domain and that the community must be protected and not lose confidence in the justice system.
There is likelihood that he will interfere with the witnesses. The applicant know who are the witnesses of this case. The investigating officer emphasized the safety of the witnesses and said that the safety of the witnesses are at stake. There is likelihood that he will jeopardize the functioning of criminal justice as there are outstanding suspects and he may interfere with the investigation. And that should the applicant be released, there is a likelihood it will disturb the public order or public peace. This incident occurred in the public domain and community need to be protected from such violence. And as such, the applicant cannot be released back to the same society that he have offended. This will lead to public to lose confidence in the justice system. The fact that the applicant says he intending to raise an alibi as a defense does not automatically convert his circumstances to be exceptional. The issues involving cautionary rule relating to single witnesses, identity, ID parade flaws, and the issue of video footage are all issues that need to be determined at the trial court and have to be weighed up beyond reasonable doubt at that stage. And this court will not make any credible finding of all issues. As I have mentioned, I will leave them for the trial court. State versus Mazibuko and the others, it was held that for the circumstances to qualify as sufficiently exceptional to justify the accused release on bail, it must be one way exceptionally heavy in favor of the accused, there rendering the case for his release on bail exceptionally strong or compelling. Therefore, the court found that there are no exceptional circumstances which, in the interest of justice, may permit his release. Therefore, his bail is denied.
So while the defense introduced new videos that emerged from what it said was a third party, which vaguely showed DJ Warras's last moments as he entered and exited the hijacked building where he was gunned down, on that footage, Majola is not shown there. The court also found that that footage is not reliable, could have been edited, and is not the same footage that the investigating officer has in his possession. So the matter has been rolled over to February the 11th, and that's for trial court. Chris Lewis, SABC News at the Johannesburg Magistrates Court.